Hello?
What's it?
Can you hear me okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. Welcome to the Off the Top podcast. Today we're going to be talking about problems in Christian County High School. Now, you are a student at Christian County High School, correct?
Yeah,
What grade are you in?
11.
11th grade. Congratulations. You're almost there. Now, I wanted to talk
Yeah.
about some certain problems that have been going on with Christian County High School. There's been a recent update 56 minutes ago. This was posted. Are you aware of the possible infestation of roaches inside the school campus?
Yeah, I killed like two or three,
Was this today?
like a day ago.
Okay.
Oh, no, this morning there was a roach crawling across the media center.
So when I was in school, I saw a couple of bugs, but nothing too serious. There was a couple dead ones here and there, but apparently this is a big infestation of roaches.
Yeah, no, there is. There's a bunch. I've opened the fucking drawer,
Okay.
and and there was a bunch of roaches inside it.
When I
And then
was
when we were doing a lab in Mr. Scudder's class, there was a roach on the table.
absolutely horrible. Now in the comments of this post, it says the building is older than probably most people reading this post. What do you expect? It comes with old territory. Now, reading that, I mean, they should still have a plan to remove,
They should still
like get
they should still call exterminators.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not safe. Roaches spread diseases.
Yeah,
It could potentially lead to sicknesses within the school campus.
yeah,
Now,
and the school will be at fault for it because they're not doing nothing about it.
nope. Now,
We've been having a roach problem since I was a freshman.
when I was in school, there was a big mice problem. Are you having problems with mice this year?
I remember the mouse problem. Uh, I'm not sure about mouse, mices or mice, whatever you call it.
Okay. Um, I never seen any mice. I heard that there was a big infestation in the gym. I never saw them, but people, I walked into the gym. It reeked of something dead, so it was probably a dead mouse. Um, could be false information with the students trying to get out of class, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard the teachers talked about the mouse problem like a week ago.
Now, another thing I wanted to bring up, students might not know about this, but the coach Ashley under fire for the Ashley is rumored to be named the coach any day now. This coach has checkened past from changing jobs, calling his kids slurs, sounding like another all-in hire to us. Have you guys heard anything about the new coach at the school?
No.
No? Okay, that could just be teachers. Here's something we could talk about. The big problem with the new high school. What are your thoughts on the new high school being built?
I think they should have prioritized the money into maintaining both of the high schools because it would have cost less, or at least
I
the equal amount that they spent building the new one.
I agree. The problem with the new high school being built in that area is the blasting of the concrete of the gravel right across the street. And the school, from what I heard, not once again not too sure about this, but it's being built on a sinkhole. Now, if you look at a map of sinkholes in Hopkinsville of the county, there is a sinkhole being right underneath where that school is being built.
What are they trying to do? Makes the next tidal wave?
Maybe. Now, another thing I wanted to ask you, you are a student at Christian County High School, so this year, since I'm not there to experience it all, what has been your experience there? What problems have you already ran into this school year?
Um, Mr. Miles, he's seen me wearing these like the shirts with the rebel flag on it, right?
Yeah.
Since I was a freshman, because I've been wearing it since middle school. And he finally like brings up the problem that I have a Confederate flag on the back of my shirt and made me change it during lunch. And so I sent something to the Board of Education, and they dealt with it and said I can wear it. But he's been harassing me about it.
He never had a problem with me wearing it at school. I honestly don't think there's a problem with the flag. It's just the way people are sometimes.
Yeah,
Just like we're gonna bring this up on the podcast talking about school, but the Charlie Kirk situation. It's not hate. It's just things that people hate. You know, people take it out of
yeah.
context. People take it out of context. Charlie, we're not gonna talk in depth about Charlie. That's for a different podcast. But Charlie did not say any hate words. He just said words that people hated.
I agree with that. He was
And
shot for talking about the truth.
exactly, and that's what I think is wrong with the world. Well,
I agree with you.
is there anything else that we need to discuss on this podcast, on this episode? Is there any other situations that
Um,
happen at the
do
school?
you know do you know who Mr. Barnes is?
No.
Well, he was the culinary teacher. I I had him for journalism at the beginning of the year, and it got kind of weird because he was talking about how he's gay, and he talks about his husband, and then he talked about tattoos and told us he had a tramp stamp.
That is highly inappropriate to be talking about in a school building to minors.
Like I could care less that he's gay. It's just that
Yeah,
that's all he was talking about.
there's no problem with being gay. It's talking, inappropriately about where you have certain things marked on your body.
There's a time and place for everything.
Yeah, and a school building is not the time and place for that.
You're right.
Did this teacher face any consequence?
No,
He should. I think that teacher should face consequence. I'm not gonna go and snitch, but I will do my research on this guy and figure some things out.
he owned like two or three businesses in Hottown in the last 5 years.
Wow. What's this guy's name?
Let me check.
Is he one of the newer teachers at the school?
Yeah, he was a culinary teacher, but then they made him journalism, so I got to check.
All right, I could just go on the Christian County website here and look at the new teachers that they've posted. Let's see, photos. Go down here. Should be around here somewhere. Mr. Sayaki? No, that's the credit recovery. Let's see. Um, looking at the new teacher, Mr. Quesky Biofo. I don't think that's it. Mr. Preston Murphy. I don't think that's it.
His last name is Barnes.
Kelly Myers. One Noah Gorecki. Sean Dial. Daniel Goza. I don't see any
Oh,
new
and
teacher.
the school also has a new policy saying that if you're over 18, you have to have an ID to check yourself out. And I think that's the silliest thing ever because they have you on document already.
That is that is yeah, let's talk about that. That's something interesting. You have to have your actual government ID to be checked out, not a student ID.
Yeah, you have to have an actual ID that proves you're 18,
Well, that's silly. That's baloney.
even though they can just check your demographics and stuff.
Exactly. They have a whole campus where they can look at all your information. I feel like it seems like after the class of 2025 graduated, it seems like the school just went downhill from here.
Yeah.
Like they just don't know how to function anymore. I'm not seeing any
Oh,
new teacher.
there's also a new policy that says you can wear a hat, but it has to be a Christian County Colonel's hat, and you have to pay $30 for it.
$30? Okay, this is insane news to be hearing. I oh my gosh. I'm trying to look for any other news that I can bring up in today's podcast episode. Um, what's the bullying situation at the school? Has
Um,
has
some
has it gotten
some guy
worse?
got sent to ICE. Yeah, I think so.
It's
Some
not
guy got sent to ICE today for telling some girl that she's worthless and that she should kill herself.
sad world we live in.
I'm not gonna name who it is because I don't want them to, get called
Yeah,
out
I,
or whatever.
yeah, I got you. This is a public podcast that's gonna be posted to YouTube tonight after I do some editing. Um, let's bring up the conversation about the new high school being built, the consolidated high school.
I think consolidating the schools is dumb because there's already an existing rivalry.
Exactly. And
So what's to say there aren't going to be a lot of fights this like next upcoming year?
when when people attend football games between Hoptown and County, they separate the two teams purposely. They separate the bleachers purposely to prevent fights between, conflict between the teams. So I don't think joining them together is a good idea.
Exactly. And then they also got rid of the Colonels and they're making it the Tigers.
Yeah,
They should have just kept the Colonels, in my opinion.
I think the Colonels have been around longer than the Tigers have. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that.
I'm not too sure. I just know it's a better mascot to have than the Tigers.
Um,
And then the school thinks that they can just give out T-shirts to everyone, and it just goes away. The problem just goes away.
there was word September 8th about a bus driver getting fired for drinking. Is that false news, or is that do you have information on that?
I heard the bus driver was talking about it. Apparently, it was true.
See, drinking in school, bus drivers, I don't blame them, but it's still inappropriate to do. You have thousands of high school kids that stress you out. You deserve a drink, but not on a school campus.
Yeah, they probably should have thought about it before they did it,
Yeah.
or however their thinking process went.
When Here's going back to the new consolidated high school. Um, they lost 8 billion, I think it was, in funds, so they have no way to finish that. So how do you think they're going to make their money now?
Um, the school gets money for us going there. So if no one shows up or a lot of people don't show up, they're going to just give everyone truancy probably.
Well, this page on Facebook, Stop Corruption in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, you probably heard of it. Um, it
Yeah, I follow.
it talks about the schools in the county, and there is problems. There's a lot of people complaining about the high school being built, and they're saying that I'm not going to send my kid there. I'm not going to send my child there. We're not going to go there. Um, and the problem with that is, uh, if nobody attends that school, just like you said, what do you think is going to happen if nobody, attends that school? There's going to be a decrease in students attending that school.
Oh, what'd you say? I'm sorry.
What do you think is going to happen if there's a decrease in the amount of students that will attend the new school?
The new school will probably shut down temporarily and make us all go virtual. That's all I could think about.
I feel like going virtual will be a better decision than going to that school. Looks like a prison. Have you drove by there at all lately?
Yeah, at nighttime I was driving around and I was just there was no one there, so I pulled up there and was just checking it out.
It's I haven't been up to the campus, but I've drove past it on the highway. Um and it's huge. I haven't been I want to go inside of it cuz apparently it's done, but it just does not look done.
The inside of it is done, but the exterior isn't. You can tell that.
Yeah, the exterior is obviously not done. Um they have a huge flat land of dirt, which I'm assuming is going to be a parking lot, which I don't know why the
Yeah,
parking lot
it's gonna be a
is.
parking lot.
I don't know why the parking lot it looks like a Walmart parking lot. It's I guess
I know. Have you seen the plans? Did you see the plans? What they look like?
I have not seen the plans recently. No.